Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, dude. Let's get out. Oh.
Hello everybody, it's our next little video for our pre-elk hunt series that we're doing here. You know, Chris has already got his pack out done and he's ready to go. As you can see, I haven't packed up yet, but I'm working on my pack out. And just did a little how-to on the first aid kit that you'll see. And got all of our food made. You guys hopefully have seen that video. If you haven't, go back, take a look at it. We'll talk about it a little bit here shortly. But I think I got everything together. There's a few odds and ends, you know, that I'm sure I'll come up with that I need to bring down and get ready to go to pack out in my pack. So, anyway, we'll get right to it. So, as far as sleeping is concerned, I've got my sleeping bag. I just got a light. It's a snug bag, jungle bag. So snug pack, I'm sorry, jungle bag. I've had to use this with work, you know, with the military a whole lot of times, and I've had this for quite some time, and it works pretty good. So it works for me there. I'm sure it'll work for me here. For a sleeping mat, same thing. This is one I've used for quite some time. It's a Thermarest. It's the you know, you blow it up type. I like this because I like to be comfortable out there. Maybe it's a little bit more weight than some people might want to carry, but me personally, I want to be comfortable. I don't have the best back in the world, and for 10 days out in the backcountry, I want to make sure that I can function. So, got the Thermarest. For my tent, I got a new tent specifically for backpacking. It's Alps Mountaineering. This is the Mystique 1.5. It's a 1.5 man tent. So as some people try to tell me, I'm like 1.5 people. So I'm not that big. Some people just act like I am. But anyway, this will be the first time using this, so it'll be pretty good. It's got a good deal on this tent, and that has good reviews, and it's pretty lightweight. I think I'll be good. I'll probably strip it down. Some of the guts, get some more ounces off of it. And then I'm probably also going to throw this in here. It's super lightweight. This is just a hammock rain fly. Nothing crazy, just nice lightweight little thing I can throw in my pack. Throw it somewhere easily accessible so that I can, if we're setting up glassing on a hill and it's kind of sunny and hot, we can throw this up for some shade. Or if we get caught in a rainstorm for some reason, I don't think based off the weather forecast for where we're going to be out there in Oregon, we have to worry about that, but you never know. Good to have a good little tarp that we can both crawl under and stay dry or get out of the sun, whatever. And it's not heavy. Water. So obviously got my handy dandy Nalgene bottle. One thing I did do, and this is a little tip I picked up listening to like Remy Warren podcast, wrapping some duct tape. I got this is some Gorilla tape that I wrapped around the bottom of my Nalgene bottle. So I have that. Now we don't have to carry a big old roll into the woods. So I'll have that. I just like a lot of people like they don't want to bring a bottle or whatever. Me personally, I like having an Nalgene bottle. For my hikes around here, I usually have the big 64-ounce Nalgene bottle that I carry. But for this, I think I'm just going to go light and bring this smaller bottle. So I'll have this. I can mix up drinks and stuff like that in this thing and use it for filling up my jet boil. For water storage, I got a 3-liter Hydro Pack. Specifically bought this one because I have a Mystery Ranch pack, and Mystery Ranch has a smaller bladder holder, so this is a little more narrow than some like the platypus and camelbacks are wider, so this fits a little better in there. So this is my on-the-go water storage, if you will, for in the pack. Water filtration. So I have a life straw with the bladder that I'll be able to use. Plus, I also have a little Sawyer, like single serving squeeze type thing as well. I'll have both of those for water filtration. And along with water, we've got the first aid kit. So you already saw that video, or if you haven't, go check it out. But here's my first aid kit. A little bit hefty, but it's probably one of those things that you're better off carrying the weight. Skip on weight on something else so you have a good first aid kit. And that is a stripped down first aid kit. It's not full of the big bottles and everything, as you'll see on the other video. For my camp kitchen, simple. I've got jet boil, I've got the Minimo. This is perfect for what I need it for, just to make some coffee in the morning and then heat up my meals and for the backpacking meals. Again, this is something I've carried this thing around in my pack, for work and heating up some MRE meals or whatever, because this works pretty good for heating those up, and then making coffee, in the morning out there in the field. So I've had this for years. It works great. No point in changing up something that doesn't work right, or something that works great. I did pick up, trying to cut weight, I picked up this little collapsible coffee cup, 12-ounce cup. I can fill this up with my coffee, drink coffee, and get on the trail. It doesn't weigh hardly anything. It's better than bringing like a metal, heavy metal cup, or a Yeti cup or whatever. Don't need that on the trail, that's for sure. Not that I won't have it in the truck. And of course, to go with my food, you gotta have the Cholula. 5 fluid ounces is worth every ounce of weight. Stuff is delicious. And then I've got the collapsible, lightweight, jet boil fork and spoon. These things are handy to have. Batteries. So I've got, I don't have a whole lot of stuff that uses like regular old kind of, like Duracell batteries, but I do have my headlamp. So I got some AAAs and some AA's, so I have them. Most of my batteries are the rechargeable kind for my camera and whatnot. So I do have those. And then camera gear. So obviously we're going to the DIY self-filmed hunt, and so we got some camera gear. So the camera you don't see is the one that's recording this right now, but I've got a Canon M50 mirrorless. It's a lightweight, frame, perfect camera for what we're doing in this environment. Works really great, and you guys have seen it before. As far as the tripod, you've seen that. I've got the Toto tripod. It has one of the legs is detachable, and you can use it as a monopod. Take the top off, the head off, the tripod head off, screw it on top of the, there's a little adapter piece that I have in my kit. You screw that on, and now you have a monopod, and you can pack out, throw the rest of the tripod on your pack. But we'll probably use it that way most of the time. When we get in on an elk or a deer or whatever, we'll be able to have one of us back behind with the monopod, and I've got the fluid head on the monopod. Works out pretty good. Got my GoPro, so I have that. I've got a harness piece that we can use. I also have, Chris has a headband, or a head mount one, mount I believe. And then I have a little clippy one, which we'll throw that on our bow if we want to get some of that kind of perspective. What else we got here? Oh, forgot we got for the camera, I've got the 55 to 200 millimeter lens. The one I have on now, the 18 to 55, is great, like vlog style lens. You can still get some decent, standoff coverage with it as well. For the optics wise, for the camera gear, batteries and cards. So I've got a whole mess of batteries for both the GoPro and the camera, and then I've got a bunch of cards. I got the small cards for the GoPro, and then I have normal old cards. The other thing I do have in there is so the little small ones, the micros, come with those adapters, right? So you can put in for a card reader. I take a bunch of those as well. That way I can use them on my camera if I need to. And then I've got all my various cords. I make sure I only have like one of each type because I don't need to be taking a bunch of extra stuff. So most of the stuff is all the same type of mini USB. I do have a USB-C here though for for the one for some stuff. That's for the actually for the GoPro battery charger. And then I did pick up the dual battery charger for my camera batteries. But the nice thing about this is it works off of a USB, so I can charge it with the brick, with the battery brick. Chris has one, I have one. We'll be able to use that for charging up devices. And of course, a hard drive for downloading all of our content. It's amazing how fast that fills up. And yeah, that's it for the camera gear. Optics wise, I got my spotting scope, so I just have a basic spotting scope, Barska spotting scope. This is the 20 to 60 by 60 millimeter. So I'll have that. I've got it'll mount on the tripod, obviously, and then I have my binos in my rangefinder, and I have the adapter for the binos. So if I wanted to put my binos on to the tripod instead of the spotting scope, I can do that. And of course the phone scope for the phone adapter for the spotting scope as well. Bino harness. So I've got, this is just the Alaska Guy Creations setup. I like this. I bought this last year and it has worked out pretty well. So it's got the pouch in the front for my my rangefinder, which I like. I've gotten pretty comfortable with being able to hold my bow with one hand, grab this with my right hand, take a range and put it back in. It's got the little pulled cord here, and with a little clip piece. Super easy. Got it on your chest. You can flip it up and pull your binos out. I like it. Seems to be working pretty well. And two pouches on the side. So one here, I can throw my wind checker in. If I in the side there, and then it's got on the top. It's got these little elastic pieces. I use these mostly for my calls. They're not the best thing to use it for, but I like to slide my diaphragm call right in here. It's easy access, and then on the back it has a little pouch here as well. You can throw a couple things in. So I've got a compass in there that keeps as a backup in case GPS dies, you get lost, whatever. But it's good to have a compass, right? So throw that in there. So that's optics. Next, I got my clothes. So trying to go light. I don't need a whole lot of stuff. Clothes dry out. I can tell you from experience, spending a lot of time of my life with my career, out in the elements. Clothes are great, but clothes are heavy, and you can dry clothes. So the key is having good clothes and taking care of them, and then just making sure you have a change, that you can swap out and dry them out. So the most important piece, really, in my opinion, is your socks. So I've got the First Light merino wool socks. So I never really used these types of socks until last year. I picked up these merino wool ones. Changed my life, I'll tell you. My feet aren't the best feet in the world. They're super comfortable, and they wick really well. And I don't get blisters very often anyways, but I usually do get hot spots. However, with these, I'm able to hike some distance and hike some hard miles and not get hot spots. I've been super pleased with these. We'll see how they do out here on this trip, but definitely a fan of these merino wool socks. As far as the underpants, mostly I've got, these are just compression style shorts. I like these because they wick everything away. They're not sitting there, like cotton shorts, soaking up. That's the last thing you want in that part of your body, I can promise you. And then I've got a pair of some of the merino style. They're pretty nice too. I would recommend, and I have some body glide type stuff, because you want those parts to be nice and safe. I've got my neck gaiter, got just some lightweight gloves. If I need them, probably not going to need them for this. Short sleeve merino and a long sleeve merino tops. I like the suspenders because when you're hiking with a belt, with the hip belt, it kind of digs sometimes, so I have some suspenders. I like those. I've got, as far as pants, so I bought these last year as well, and another thing that changed my life was going from crappy cotton style pants to these. These are the First Light Corey Guide pants. These things are amazing. And I have the top, the Corey Guide top as well. Super comfortable, breathable, really pleased with those. So that's my basic setup. I don't know that I'll need the top very much, but if it's cool at night or in the morning, I can throw this on, take it off, throw it in my pack, and I'll have my pants and whatnot. For rainwear, again, I don't know that we're going to need it. I may not even take the pants with me. I'll take them, but I may not take them out on the trail. I may just take the top, but I've got, these are, I keep these in my pack for years. Frog Togs, top and bottom. These things are great. I've used them archery hunting, turkey hunting. I mean, you name it, I've used those a bunch of times. They're a great piece of gear. They're lightweight. They fold down, compress really nice. They're a little noisy for my liking if you're moving around, but they work. So I've kept those hanging out for a long time. Just a standard, as far as a belt, if I use it, I just got a standard, web belt style. This is actually a military style, uniform belt. I have a lot of those laying around, so I might as well use the ones I got, right? And then hat, brand new on the shop. Go check it out. Link right here, and buy one of these things. You guys need it. You have to have this. So we changed it up with a different setup on the shop on this hat. So this is it's a trucker style hat, and it's a like OD green style color. So perfect for that early season archery hunts, whether you're in the whitetail woods or in the Oregon mountains hunting elk. So there's your pitch. Thanks. Go buy one. As far as kill kit, so I picked these up. And this is a archery. I think it's how you say it. If I messed up, sorry. Large game meat on bone pack. So just standard ultralight game bags, nothing crazy. And then I've got my knife. I've had nothing crazy, right? A lot of guys have replaceable blades. Guys have some other different things, and sure, that'd be nice. But I've had this knife for years. It's just a buck knife, small style knife here. But I have cleaned a lot of deer with this knife, and I like it. I like the handle on it, the way it fits my hand, and I can work a deer over pretty good with this. Granted, elk is much different than a deer, but I like this knife, and it has done well for me over the years, and I'm going to keep using it. I do have another knife that I'll probably take with me. It's a Cutco hunting knife. I'll probably take that as well. That'll help. And of course, Chris has a knife too, so the two of us working on an animal. But we both have game bags, so it's important to make sure you have that, because should you get lucky enough to be able to get two animals down before you can get back to the truck, you need the game bags. One thing we're also going to throw in, we'll have some contractor bags, so we can lay that out. When you get an animal down, we'll throw the contractor bag down on the ground. Then we can, as we're processing the animal, we can put that meat on the bag, and then load them up in our game bags. So that's that. Hiking sticks. You guys have seen this before on the channel. Chris and I both have the same exact sticks, and I'll tell you that I kind of was like, I don't know about sticks. Chris wanted to really get a pair because he was having his knee surgery, and wanted to still be able to get out there in the woods and have some stability and some safety. Having this knee gives out, at least you don't fall, type of thing, or whatever. He got them, really liked them, so I picked up a pair, and yeah, I feel weird if I don't use them now. So I love these things. These are great, and use them every time I go out, even if I'm just taking a day pack and going on a little hike. So I got those. Those are the Sissy sticks. Check them out. They're awesome. As far as footwear, so I've got these Merrells. These are the high vent. These are dry. They're not Gore-Tex, but they're waterproof. I've been using these for a couple years, and I think this might be their last season. They're pretty beat up, but they'll get me through this season for this elk hunt, and then for whitetail hunting. Camp shoes. I mean, Crocs. Who doesn't take Crocs as camp shoes? These are pretty worn down. There's not a whole lot of tread left on these. I've had these things for a long time. Another thing that I've taken on a lot of deployments and worn around, comfy on the feet when you're in the camp. Pack. So brand new. Well, not brand new, but new this year. I didn't have a hiking pack. It's been a lot of years since I've actually had a hiking pack. So I picked up the Mr. Ranch Metcalf, and I've been hiking. I've put a bunch of miles on with this thing during the Hike to Hunt Challenge this year with backcountry hunters and anglers. I absolutely love this pack. This thing is so comfortable. The hip belt, the shoulder straps, the adjustability of it, it's just great. And then being able to, the versatility of it, with pouches on the top here. You got 2 pouches on top, on your lid, and then one big compartment, which I like. Some people like, a bunch of compartments. Me personally, I like to organize my stuff into the bags. So I have my dry bags. Like I'll have my sleeping stuff in a dry bag. I'll have my camera gear in another dry bag, so on and so forth. That's how I have a little habit I developed over the years with packing a pack, with our military style packs, how I best can set those up. So it has a nice big main compartment. This is a 4,300 cubic inch setup, which is more than enough for what I need. It has on the right side, it does have the zipper, so pack your stuff so that on the right side that you want quick access to without having to dig through your bag. So like I'll have my spot and scope on that side. I'll keep my tripod on this side. I want not in the pack, on the outside pack, but the spot and scope, maybe some extra gear that I need, maybe a pair of socks stuffed in here in a dry bag or something that I can quickly access on the side. Both sides have the little stretchy packs or pouches, so I'll have a Nalgene bottle in the one on the other side, because I'll have my tripod on this right side. And then it's got straps here for cinching down, but I'll also be able to use it for my bow. And then on the bottom, you've got some straps for, I'll have like my tent down there on the bottom, more than likely, or possibly my sleeping pad, or not, just depends on how much room I have in here. And then of course, if you're familiar with these packs, this has the load shelf. So I'm not going to do it on here, but hopefully we'll have a nice little video of us doing it here in about a week or less. Undo your straps here, and then the whole bag separates out from the frame, and then you've got the load shelf. So there's fabric down here on the bottom. Pull this out, slide your quarter in there, and pack it out. So there's the pack. As far as my bow, so I've got the PSE. This is a PSE Bow Madness 32. So package deal that I bought. Say what you want about that, but I like this bow. I mean, this thing fits me pretty well. Shoots great. I don't have anything crazy on it. I am going to upgrade next year with a new rest and a new sight, but for this year and years past, this has served me well and worked well. Saw us last year at Kansas. Unfortunately, if you go back and watch those videos, you'll see that we had a great hunt and had a lot of fun, but I kind of messed up a little bit. So it's all right. It's not the bow's fault. It's my fault. So I've been doing some practicing. You guys already saw some of those videos and the arrows that we're using. But again, using this PSE, I love it, and I keep using this thing. 70-pound draw length or draw weight. Some people like to go with a little lighter. Some people a little heavier. For me, this is working perfect. So I'm pretty comfortable with this thing out to 50 yards right now. Sight has limited me to 50 yards, so which is why I'm going to upgrade to a different sight next year, so I can get out to 60 yards. I don't know that I'm comfortable shooting past 60 yards with on a live animal. That's about my about my limit personally, at least at where I am skill set right now. So at any rate, that's what I've got going. Food, we have a video on the dehydrated food that we made, but go back and check those out. We have homemade backpacking meals. No sense in spending a ton of money on some of those store-bought kind, and you can get better quality, healthier, and way cheaper. This is like a 25% of the cost. So got a bunch of those I'll be taking, and then I'm going to do a little what's in my snack bag, but I've got a snack bag for each day, and there'll be a video on that, so check that one out as well. And as far as miscellaneous stuff is concerned, I got a Leatherman. I always like taking this thing everywhere. Had this a long time too, and it's come in handy a lot of times, so I'll have my Leatherman. I've got a pair of either the Gerber scissors, maybe extra weight that you don't need, I don't know, but it's something that's good to have. And then I've got my headlamp. I mean, just a pencil headlamp. It's all I've ever used. So that's about the extent of it. So if you guys got questions, hit us up in the comments. If you have suggestions, I mean, hey, we're all ears. This is, help each other out. And if you see something here that doesn't look right, let us know. Give us some feedback. We appreciate it. This is for both Chris and I. It'll be our first backcountry hunt. This is my first elk hunt, but he's hunted this area as a kid, so he's familiar with it. But for me, this is all new territory for me, both in the area we're going and the type of hunt we're doing, all of it. I'm a East Coast whitetail guy, so it'll be a great experience. So at any rate, share your comments. We'd love to hear them. Hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you guys follow along. We got a whole lot more videos coming. We're just getting started for the season, and we're excited. And then head over to our shop. Get yourself one of these early season hats. You need it. So thanks again, guys. See you next time.